about over with. The Sounders have a little bit of news here. The CONCACAF Champions League round of 16 legs 1 and 2 were officially announced for the Sounders. They will play these 2 games before starting off the regular season. Leg 1 will be February 17th with a 7 p.m. kickoff in Seattle, and leg 2 will be February 24th with a 7:30 p.m. kickoff in Managua. So Champions League, always prestigious to play with clubs around the world. Interesting to see how Seattle performs on that platform. And then, so the bigger news here, more important, the team is reportedly linked to midfielder and former Real Salt Lake player Albert Rusnak. If you are not familiar, the Real Salt Lake eliminated the Sounders from the playoffs this past season. There's some discussion about a signing there's some discussion about it taking place, but there's not an official deal done. The last report that I was told about is that the Sounders are they have an offer on the table. They're just waiting for Rusnak to react to it. Rusnak is a 27-year-old former Real Salt Lake captain. He joined the MLS in 2017, and since then has scored 41 goals and 39 assists in that time, and would really be a big contributor in the midfield. I mean, Seattle didn't really get to see Nico Ladero play last season due to injury. You dealt with a lot of injuries last year anyway. So I feel like adding somebody who was an all-star last year, had 12 goals and 12 assists, there's a lot of potential there to really continue to bolster the midfield and continue to be a juggernaut in the MLS. So that's being talked about. There's nothing official on that yet, but that is certainly something to keep an eye on, and we will keep tabs on that as well. As it's really interesting to me, right? If we look at like NBA free agency, NFL free agency, MLB free agency, we know a lot more about that, right? We hear about, Seattle's talking to this guy. MLS, in soccer in general, we really don't get that kind of coverage, at least not here. Maybe across the pond or whatever, in La Liga and Barcelona. So there's talk about transfers and all that, but like MLS, it's much more like we kind of hear about it after it happens or maybe right before. So things to keep an eye on. Currently, Seattle has 5 free agents. Will Bruin is out of contract. Stephen Cleveland is out of a contract. And then Jordy Dellum, Freddie Montero, and Killen Rowe all have a team option, and some of those have already been picked up. So we move on from that, as the Sounders, still relatively no news there. The Storm, nothing going on there.